Okay guys, welcome back to another video. So it's really cold out, but it's dry, so I'm taking the bike out to test the Osmo Action 5. I don't know how long I'll last because, like I say, it is absolutely freezing, so I don't know if I'll be able to get much testing done. But I'm on my way into J&S in Maidstone, and just decided to stop halfway on the way and do a little driving around Barmin, just to test the camera basically around residential streets. So this is on everything on auto. This is like the default standard, full 4K 30 FPS, everything on default. So I'm not going to do too long sections on each setting, because you're not going to want to sit there and watch me drive around for hours on end. But this is also a test of the DJI Mic Mini inside the helmet. So hopefully it's not peaking, hopefully it's okay. Should be set to -12 I think on the gain. If it isn't, then this whole footage is ruined. But yeah, this is the default. I do have a few settings in mind which I think might be preferable. I don't think it's quite bright enough for an ND filter today, to be honest, even because I don't want to go down to really low shutter speeds because it just ruins the stabilization. So I think about 160 to 200, 1/200 shutter speed should be perfect. And today, day like this, I don't think I'll need an ND filter. But this is the default test, just testing the what is the bog standard, industry standard 4K 30 on auto. In a minute I'll pull over and I'll switch the settings. I'm not going to talk through every setting. This is basically just to test the DJI Mic Mini. I'm not going to do an extensive test on it, but this is without I believe, I'll have to double check and put it on the screen, but I'm pretty sure this is without noise cancelling on, and hopefully it's on -12, otherwise I'm going to have to change it. This is what it looks like motion blur wise and that. So in a second I'll pull over and I'll change it to a different setting, and I'll just put a text on the screen to show what's what. I'm not going to talk through everything. 1440p, 60 FPS. God, I can chunk out the road. So this is 4K 60 FPS, not 4K, 2.7K 60 FPS. .7K 60 FPS. So this is what it looks like. I'm not sure the exact settings. I think it's 1/200 shutter speed. well over here. .7K ultra, super ultra wide. Now 60 FPS. Okay, let's go for a little ride down to JNS now, shall we? This is ultra wide, like mega wide setting. Guess I can't. Oh, here we go. Much more satisfying than my old 125. But this is ultra wide on. I think the ultra wide will probably be better. I know I said not talk, but during these tests, but hey, it is what it is. And once I finally got into JNS, I'm only halfway there at the moment. Then I'll do a 4K 60 on the way home. Obviously when it's a lot brighter I'd need to put ND filters on. But I think shutter speed of 1/200 could be good compromise for motion blur and keeping the stability working at its best. These lights are taking forever. There's a Royal Enfield Gorilla. First time I've seen one of them out in the wild. I think they're lovely looking bikes. I mean, these roads are really horrible, mucky, dirty. I just bought a pressure washer from Homebase, which was discounted because they're going out of business. So I might have to give that a crack later. Although it's dry, you can still chuck up some mud. See that centre stripe in the middle of the road is a bit horrible. Really cautious of him then, whether he was going to come out or not. Hopefully I'm picking up the engine noise. I'm starting to get a little bit cold, so straight home from JNS. No detours. I should have worn me big half leather, half textile trousers, so it would have been warmer. Still only got 100 miles on the bike, and I bought it, I think it was the 30th of November. That's how crap the weather's been. What lane do I even want? Not this one. Okay, so now we've switched over to 4K 60, just been into J&S, just around the corner up there. So let's see how that goes. Just bashed me mount. I want to lose the camera the day I get it. First day I use it, do I? I'll be interested to see how the audio is, like how much engine noise it picks up, because I've got the Drift Ghost XL on my head still. It's been recording this whole time, so I can put some comparisons in. That didn't pick up much engine noise at all, so it'll be interesting to see how this DJI mic works. So I just had a scooter on my arse that was making me a little bit worried. Just never know what their intentions are, whether they're bike thieves or phone thieves or what, or just simple delivery drivers. They drive like a menace. Look, I mean, look at that. Overtaking in the same lane on moving traffic. That's not filtering, is it? That's just dangerous. I don't know why I spend so much time in Maidstone. The traffic's awful. That's what I've been to. All my videos seem to be though. Anyway, I think that's enough comparison footage. So I'm very interested to see what the results turn out like. These are the ones I've sort of narrowed it down to. There are still other shutter speeds and stuff that I will consider in the future. Obviously the ND filters come into play on a more sunny day. Okay, so I lied. I'm back in Barmin because it's a lovely little village to drive around, and I thought I'd stop and basically have an extended test of the settings that I believe will be the best. That is 2.7K, 60 FPS, ultra wide, rock steady on, and 1/200. I'm pretty sure it's 1/200. I've been doing all these tests on for the shutter speed, so we'll see. If my mouth sounds really muffled, it's just because of my balaclava is over my mouth. It's just nice to get some miles, but yeah, I've adjusted the angle a little bit because I noticed it was a bit high. I didn't get enough of the bike in shot, so I adjusted that down a little bit, which also has the advantage of giving me more room to put my visor up and down. This is just a little extended thing before I make my way home. I am freezing, but I'm actually enjoying the ride despite being cold. I don't think it's going to be dry like this for a while. It's not warm, but it's dry, which is nice. I'm quite surprised about that actually. It's going to be cold overnight, so maybe some ice or some frost. I mean, this is my first motorbike year, so I don't know what time of year things start getting nice for riding. So if anyone can let me know in the comments, it'd be appreciated. For 2 months now I've been very frustrated at the weather. I might, where shall I go? I don't need to go far. Let's go back towards Maidstone. Yeah, so if anyone else has this camera, let us know what you use. Whether it's just automatic, 4K 30, or if you have some special settings. The only reason I'm testing it like this is because on automatic the shutter speed can be quite fast, which has the effect of not, you know, appearing to be massively smooth with things going past, because you don't get no motion blur. I mean, anything's better than the Drift Ghost XL for me, so I'm happy in that regard, but I always like to get the best out of it as I can, and anything below 1/200 stabilisation is a bit dodgy, so from what I've seen. Plus it's nice to get out on the bike. Like I say, I've only done 109 miles on it since I got it. I got it in the 30th of November. So 2 months almost. On 100 miles. It's also a good test of the DJI mic Mini, which is super convenient just to whack in and whack out magnetically into the helmet, and I can take it off and use it for other purposes. I'll put a comparison on the side with, I'll switch over to my Drift Ghost XL, which I forgot to actually turn on. So we see how it compares to that. There's that Royal Enfield Gorilla 450. Let's go up this road here. Don't want to go back to Maidstone itself. So I think I've settled on 60 FPS with a 200 shutter speed for a bit of motion blur. Not too much, but just enough. But I don't know whether to stick with 2.7K or up it to 4K. I'm thinking 4K might be a bit of a wasted resource. I mean, who's going to watch 4K? Not many people do they? I think I'll find someone to turn around in a minute, and oh, there's a school up here, isn't there? I'll turn in the school. I'll go through the school. Yeah, I'm really chuffed with this camera though. I'm filming in D-Log-M colour profile, so I'll have to colour grade it. Yeah, I'm really chuffed with it. I'm not sure what other settings I could try. I mean, there's obviously automatic to use on these last few settings I've used, but 4K, 2.7K 30 is not worth it. I'm not sure what other settings. 1080p is obviously not worth it. I think this bike's got, look at the size of that hole. I think this bike's got a bit of a rattly either cam chain tensioner or the valves. But from what I know, from what I've heard, it's perfectly normal to have a bit of a tick. So anyway, I guess this would be as good a place as any to end the video on the extended test ride. Not really that much extended. Extended enough to where I can still feel my toes, but by the time I get home I won't be able to feel my toes. That's the point at which I'm going to end this video now, because I am starting to get a little bit uncomfortable with the cold. Anyway, yeah, in the comments, let me know. I have to stand up for these. In the video, let me know what settings you use with your cameras, and if you've got any super duper secret settings that make everything look spectacular. But until then, I guess I'm going to say see you later, and thanks for watching. And I'm eager to get home and edit this to actually see what the results are like myself. So I'll see you guys in a bit. That was a bump, that one, wasn't it?